Status, that is position. Status is the social position that a person occupies in society. It denotes the standing of a person in his society. So, status is the position that a person has in the society, and it denotes the standing of a person in his society. It designates comparative amounts of prestige, difference, or respect according to persons who have been assigned different roles in a group or community. The status can be both high as well as low. So the status designates comparative amounts of prestige assigned different roles in the group or community, and it can be high as well as low. The status of a person is high if the role he is playing is considered important, and the status of a person is said to be high if the role that he has been assigned is an important role. If the role is regarded less high, if the role is not so important, its performer may be accorded lower status. Thus, the status of a person is based on social evaluation. Status has been defined as follows. According to McEver, status is the social position that determines for its possessor, apart from his personal attribute or social service, a degree of respect, prestige, and influence. So, status is a position of the person apart from his personal attribute or social services that helps in building his respect, prestige, and influence. According to Ogburn and Nimcoff, status is the rank order position assigned by a group to a role or to a set of roles. A person's status is his group standing or ranking in relation to others. According to H.T. Majumdar, status means the location of the individual within group. This place in the social network of reciprocal obligation and privileges, rights, and duties. So, relationship of office with status. Office and status have close relationship with each other. Office refers to a place acquired by an individual in any social organization regulated by specific norms and regulations. So there is a relationship between the office and the status. Office is the place that a person has acquired in a social organization, and it has certain norms and certain regulations. Office assigns status to a person, and status helps a man in acquiring a particular office. So office gives assigns the status to a person, and status helps the man in acquiring a particular office. Status is attached to an office in two ways. Number one, indigenous value, the value not affected by the type of the personality of the occupier, is attached to an office, and this is called as prestige. So the indigenous value, it is that value which is not affected by the type or the personality of the occupier, and it is attached to the office and called as prestige. Second is the value attached to an individual's manner and efficiency of carrying out the duties and responsibilities involved in the office, and thus is called esteem. So the way an individual carries out his duties and responsibilities in the office is called as esteem. It is also a value attached to the status. There are statuses which is attached to the office and not to the individuals. As soon as the individuals leave the office, status attached with that also goes away. For example, a judge of a court has a status attached to the office, but as soon as he retires, he loses his status which is attached to that office. Kinds of status. Accordingly, there are 6 factors that determine the status. They are birth, possession, personal qualities, personal achievements, power, and authority. The other bases of status are: number 1, the capacity of a person for rewarding those with whom he interacts. So, there are 6 factors that determine the status. They are birth, possession, personal qualities, personal achievement, power, and authority. The other bases of status are: number 1, the capacity of a person for rewarding those with whom he interacts. Number 2, the extent to which a person is receiving awards. Number 3, the types of costs incurred and investments made. Therefore, the determinants of status are: number 1, rewards. Persons whose attributes could provide great rewards to the greatest number of people get greater status. These attributes must be rare. The nature of supply of the attributes is also a factor. For example, rare the attribute, higher the status, and abundant is the attribute, lower is the status. So, persons whose attributes could be provided great rewards to the greatest number of people get greater status. So, rewards help in upgrading the status of a person. If more rewards are given, the status will be high, and vice versa. Second, awards received. If a person is awarded a reward not possessed by others, this commands a higher status. Esteem is one of the rewards of such kind. Popular acclaim is another attribute of high status to a person. Third, investments. Race, ethnic background, family, age, sex, seniority, etc. confer upon a person a right to be accorded to a higher status. Thus, a person coming from a noble family may get a higher status than a person from an ordinary family. Thus, one gets status by the service one offers to the community.